Hello everybody, I'm Jackson Godlip bringing you today's special segment. We're here with our computer teacher, Mr. Borodach, asking him 20 questions about himself and the Magic the Gathering Club. Should we begin?
Yeah, absolutely, sir.
All right. What is Magic the Gathering exactly?
Magic the Gathering is a collectible trading card game reminiscent to Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, but not childish. It is a combination of art and lore and fantasy and problem solving. It is probably the most intense way to have fun and play a game. And I would encourage anyone who is curious to check it out.
So what inspired you to make the club?
It's more like who inspired my friend Jansen. When I told him that the game, let's start that one over.
All right, so what inspired you to make this club?
My friend Jansen actually inspired me to start the club. When I told him that I was accepting the job at North Star as a computer teacher, he suggested that I start the club as we played the game, I'd say pretty frequently for a solid year. And I didn't think of it at that time, but I realized immediately that I had to do this.
All right. If people are still interested to join the club, are they allowed to?
I would absolutely encourage anyone interested to join. However, I have had so many people join already that I would have to put a cap at probably about 36 people, unless I got other adults to want to chaperone, play, learn, or help me manage that.
All right, and what are your classes learning this year?
Well, that's a pretty intense question as everything is changing and in flux. But I would say that 5th grade right now is learning computer systems, hardware, software, and they will be learning simple programming. We also discuss emerging technology and typing mechanics. 6th grade is learning the internet and its difference from the World Wide Web, and how to utilize the web most effectively and efficiently to determine the reliability of information on the internet, combine that together and to a computational internet research project, while also exploring emerging technology and typing mechanics. And then 7th and 8th grade, I'm teaching the same thing too. So next year, 8th grade to be doing something different and more exciting. And that is looking at data and organizing the data and graphing and analyzing data.
And so now we're getting into the more miscellaneous get-to-know-you type of questions. Pepsi or Coke?
Coke, absolutely. If I were to drink soda. However, I am not a soda fan, so you will probably not see me drink Coke.
And what do you do in your free time?
I would probably have to answer that question seasonally. Spring would be filled with turkey hunting, running, and gardening. The summer would be running, gardening. The fall would be archery season, harvest season, and then I would say that the winter is filled with Magic the Gathering, and of course family.
And if you had any superpower in the world, what would it be?
Superpower, so it's limitless, but I really like that I can use binoculars and like a scope to see great distances without actually being able to be seen. So probably some ability to magnify my vision.
I can't be mad with that one.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food?
This may sound generic, but chicken, just because you can prepare it a million different ways.
And what is your favorite animal?
Emu.
And what is your best childhood memory?
Well, I have several different answers, and some of them are probably inappropriate, so I'll go with, there was once a time where my brother and I were driving in my father's dump truck. And I don't know if we hit a pothole or if it was a combination of a bump and corrosion, but the exhaust had broken and fallen off. And my father had responded with, oh my, what was that, a muffler? And my brother was young, he was probably 2 or 3, and repeated him but saying buffalo instead of a muffler. I will not forget that.
And are you a sports fan? If so, what teams do you like?
I do like sports. I do like competition. I do not like professional sports. I think that people should play and participate in sports because they enjoy the sport and not jump team to team based on contracts and money. And I would also like to note that extreme sports are probably my favorite.
And what are your goals for this year?
Academically or personally?
It can be both, really.
Personally, I would like to complete the Ghost Town Trail 50 kilometer. It is the entire Ghost Town Trail, 50K, which is about 31 miles. And last year I did the 25K successfully and got 3rd place, so I think that would be my own personal challenge for this year. An academic goal, I want to be the best. I know that I have lots to learn, and I'm learning at an exponential rate, but I think that I'm just getting better.
And are you a cat or a dog person?
Cat.
And what's the farthest place that's away from here that you've traveled to?
I have been to London several times, and I studied in Costa Rica.
And what was the name of your first pet?
Mosquito. A cat named Mosquito.
And are you an indoor or an outdoor person?
Strange that you asked that question because I teach computers, but I'm an outdoor person, through and through.
And what kind of books do you like to read?
Fantasy. But I will say, though, I am currently reading a biography, and it is far more captivating than I expected.
And here's kind of a more weird question, but what came first, the chicken or the egg?
I don't want to discuss philosophy.
Sounds good to me. What is the most important thing in life?
Besides family, I think it's important for people to think for themselves and to question. I see that there is not enough free thinking and not enough people asking questions. And so I think it's imperative to ask why, and what, and who, when, and where.
All right, and finally, are you a morning person or a night owl?
Morning, absolutely.
All right, thank you for your time today, Mr. Borodach. That's
you.
it for the broadcast from your Cougar News studio.